A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to A+ English. I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
So Kathy, did you ever get in trouble because you did something by mistake?
Actually, yes.
What happened?
I actually did a big mistake before when I was an international sales representative. One day at work, I had a fever and my boss was on a business trip. I had 4 orders of products to produce, which were all great numbers, such as 2,000, 1,000, 800, and 600.
Right.
And because I felt very uncomfortable, I placed the wrong number for each order.
Oh no.
For example, for product A, it should be 800 pieces, but I placed a 2,000 order.
Oops.
And for product B, the order should be 1,000, but I placed a 600 order.
Oh dear.
And the factory had already produced the products within 2 days. So when I found out this terrible mistake, it was too late.
Oh no.
My boss was very angry when she heard about this tragedy, and I got scolded.
Okay.
I was very frustrated and felt miserable at that time. But luckily, at last, my boss eventually solved this problem, and it was a happy ending.
That's a relief.
It's a very unforgettable mistake, which happened before, and I still remember it till now.
Yeah.
So what about you, Pat?
Nothing too big. I remember that I was supposed to get on a train to go to a university to kind of look at it and see whether I would study there. I got on the wrong train, went to a different part of the country.
Wow.
I never saw that university, never went there, but I went to a different university, so kind of there was nothing that happened. I didn't get in trouble for it.
Like an adventure?
Yeah, it was kind of just silly, really. So today's article is the second part of our story, Anne of Green Gables. Today we're going to find out about some mistakes that Anne makes. Let's read through.
Anne of Green Gables.
Anne grew up as a very poor child. Sometimes she can't communicate well with others, and she makes lots of mistakes. At church, a woman tells Anne, "Your hair is as red as carrots." Anne goes crazy and loudly yells, "I hate you!" right to the woman's face. Later, Anne makes her first friend. She's the same age as Anne, and her name is Diana. However, Anne serves her some wine by accident, and Diana gets sick. Diana's mother gets angry when she learns about it. She tells Diana she cannot be Anne's friend anymore.
Word power!
Poor. Poor. Jenny's family could hardly pay for food because they were poor. Jenny's family could hardly pay for food because they were poor. Carrot. Carrot. Larry likes to feed carrots and other vegetables to his pet rabbit. Larry likes to feed carrots and other vegetables to his pet rabbit. Yell. Yell. Karen yelled loudly at her brother because he broke her favorite toy. Karen yelled loudly at her brother because he broke her favorite toy. Learn. Learn. Kelly learned about the typhoon day from her friend. Kelly learned about the typhoon day from her friend.
communicate, whine, anymore.
Part 2 of our story starts by saying Anne grew up as a very poor child. Now here the word as is used to refer to what something has or what something is. Another way to say this sentence would be Anne was a poor child or Anne was poor when she grew up.
安妮从小到大是个很穷的孩子。这里 as 的意思指的是以这样的身份长大的，本身是一个很穷的孩子。So what do we mean by the word poor?
The word poor, P-O-O-R, poor is an adjective, and it's today's first word power word. Let's find out what it means and how we can use it. Poor means not having much money. We could talk about a poor person, a poor area, or a poor family. We can also use the word poor to mean unfortunate, and while this is true of Anne of Green Gables here, of course, she's an orphan, we mean in the article not having much money at all. So, for example, we could say Jenny's family could hardly pay for food because they were poor. Jenny's family could hardly pay for food because they were poor.
文章中的 poor 指的是贫穷，没有什么钱，而 poor 有另外一个意思，指的是可怜或是不幸的，也有缺乏、缺少的意思。例如 ，The country is poor in natural resources。那个国家的自然资源呢很贫乏。课文的例句说，因为家里很贫穷，所以 Jenny 家几乎买不起食物。What else do we learn about Anne and her life on the farm?
We see in the story that sometimes she, Anne, can't communicate well with others and she makes lots of mistakes. To communicate means to talk to other people, to explain your ideas and pass on information to them, as well as to listen and understand others in the same way as they understand you. You can communicate in writing, but here we mostly mean by talking, listening, and understanding each other.
我们从课文当中了解到，有时候安妮呢，她没有办法与人有良好的沟通，而且呢，犯了很多错误。Communicate 是动词，沟通。It's hard for her to communicate well with others because she misunderstands others. 她会误会别人话语的意思。我们来看呢，和这个点相关的一个例句。You mistook my meaning entirely. 你完全误会了我的意思。Make a mistake 或者是 make lots of mistakes 就是犯错。One thing that's hard for Anne is that she makes a lot of mistakes.
Yep, to make mistakes is to get things wrong, to do things you shouldn't have done, but not on purpose. You just mix things up or do something in the wrong way.
To make mistakes 就是不小心做错事情。Do we have an example of this?
We have a few in the article. The first is about how she can't really get on well with others. The story says, at church, a woman tells Anne, "Your hair is as red as carrots." Now, when we use as something, we're making a comparison. We're saying two things are the same or very similar. Now, the word between the two as words is always an adjective. As strong as tall as, and so on, like as strong as a bull or as tall as a tree.
文章中举了一个安妮和他人相处上有摩擦的例子。在教会中呢，有一个妇人跟安妮说：“你的头发像胡萝卜一样红。” as as 在英文中是一个比喻的用法，指的是像什么。例如白雪公主呢，故事中形容她的皮肤像雪一样的白皙的时候，就可以说 Her skin was as white as snow. So the woman says Anne's hair is red like a carrot.
That's right. Let's look at the word carrot, C-A-R-R-O-T, carrot, which is a noun and our next word power word. A carrot is a vegetable. It's not really red, it's orange, though I think there are some that are almost white. They are usually long and have a triangle shape. We often think of rabbits eating them. Another thing people say about carrots is that they're good for your eyes. When I was a kid, people used to say that eating carrots would mean you could see in the dark. Here's an example sentence. Larry likes to feed carrots and other vegetables to his pet rabbit. Larry likes to feed carrots and other vegetables to his pet rabbit.
这里提到一个字 carrot 胡萝卜，我们会吃的一种蔬菜。有一个和胡萝卜有关的成语叫做 a carrot and stick， 字面意思呢是胡萝卜跟这个棍子，用利诱和威胁来说服我们做某件事情，引申为软硬兼施，恩威并重。这个词呢的故事缘由是在讲从前有只这个 mole 驴子在闹脾气，那它的主人呢用胡萝卜诱使它往前走，并且在身后用一根棍子挥着督促它前进。课文例句说 Larry 喜欢喂他的宠物兔吃胡萝卜跟其他的蔬菜。So back to the article. What does Anne do when the woman says this about her hair?
The story says Anne goes crazy and loudly yells, "I hate you!" right to the woman's face. Wow. Let's look at the word yell. Y-E-L-L. Yell. It's a verb and it's our next word power word for today. To yell is the same as to shout, to say something in a very loud voice. We often yell when we're angry, upset, or in pain. However, we might also yell at someone to get their attention. Okay, here's an example of the angry kind of yelling. Karen yelled loudly at her brother because he broke her favorite toy. Karen yelled loudly at her brother because he broke her favorite toy.
当安妮听到这位妇人呢形容她的头发像胡萝卜一样红的时候，她就像发疯似的，而且当着这位妇人的面前大喊：“我讨厌你！”我是一个非常激烈的态度哦。Yell 就是大喊，情绪呢是生气的。另外有两个字和 yell 这个字相关，一个是 shout 大叫，为了让对方呢听到你的声音，所以你把音量提高。另外一个呢是 scream 尖叫。这个字呢和疼痛有关，那你也可以呢在情绪很兴奋激动的时候使用，例如去听自己喜欢歌手的演唱会的时候，你就可以用 scream for my favorite singer。课文的例句这里说 Karen 呢对她的哥哥大吼，因为他弄坏了他最心爱的玩具。Here in the article, we say Anne yells things right into the woman's face.
That's right. Here the word right means directly, straight at someone. We use right in this way to emphasize the time when something happens. For example, we got there right as the train was arriving, or where something is. Like, the shop is right next to my house.
这里的 right 这个字呢，原本意思是右边、正确这两种意思。不过文章中呢，这里的意思是副词，指的是正好就当着对方的面，正对他的脸，有呐喊在对方脸上的感觉和意思哦。这是一个非常不礼貌的行为。So Anne probably makes people upset by doing things like this. Does anyone like her?
Well, we see in the article that later Anne makes her first friend.
文章接着提到，后来安妮交了她第一个朋友。
So, who is this friend? We see that she's the same age as Anne, and her name is Diana. Here's another use of as, okay? We're using this as when we're making a comparison again. We're saying Diana and Anne are the same age.
安妮后来交到第一个朋友，年纪和她一样，名字叫做戴安娜。这里又出现了 as 这个字咯。这里的 as 意思和刚刚讲的 as as 像什么不同？这里指的是和什么一样，用在比较级上面。例如 You're not as tall as John, are you? Or I can dance as well as Sue. 都是用这个用法。
However, we also see that, as the article says, however, Anne serves her some wine by accident and Diana gets sick. Wine is a drink made from grapes, but it has alcohol in it, so it's strong and can make people sick if they drink too much or if they're not used to it.
但是这里提到一件安妮不小心做的事情，她意外的让戴安娜喝到葡萄酒，导致她生病了。By accident 就是偶然的、意外的，不是故意的。Wine 就是葡萄酒。这里和同学们提一个和 wine 有关的片语，叫做 dine and wine， 意思是以饮宴款待。这里有个例句 ：When the couple go to the farm, their relatives dine and wine them splendidly. 当他们夫妇俩去农庄的时候，亲戚们盛情地款待他们。
Yep, we can use that phrase both ways round, so we can say wine and dine as well as dine and wine. In that last sentence, we also saw the phrase by accident, which is the same meaning as the phrase by mistake we talked about in yesterday's lesson. It means you don't mean to do this thing, but you make a mistake and it happens anyway.
By accident 和我们昨天提到的 by mistake 有相同的意思，都是不小心造成了错误。Oops, so what happens because of this?
We see in the story that Diana's mother gets angry when she learns about it. Here we're using the word learn, L-E-A-R-N, learn. It's today's final word power word. It's a verb, so let's check it out. Here, to learn means to find something out. It's not really the same as study. We're not finding out facts in school. This use of learn is about finding some news, usually because someone has told you something. You're not taught it in a school. It's more similar to the word discover, D-I-S-C-O-V-E-R, that kind of learn. For example, Kelly learned about the typhoon day from her friend. Kelly learned about the typhoon day from her friend.
因为安妮犯的这个错误呢，戴安娜的妈妈得知这个消息的时候非常生气。这里我们要来看一个同学们很熟悉的单字 learn 学习。这个字有另外一个意思，动词意思是得知。举两个例子 I learned from his letter that he was in Spain. 我从他的信中得知他在西班牙。We learned the news this morning. 我们今天早晨呢得知了这个消息。课文的例句这里说Kelly 从他的朋友那里得知台风天的事情。
The second part of this story finishes by saying, she, that's Diana's mother, tells Diana she cannot be Anne's friend anymore. Anymore means for any longer, so no more. It tells of a change, something stopping. We almost always use this in a negative way. You can't do this anymore. He doesn't work here anymore. I don't live here anymore. In our article, it means Anne and Diana have to stop being friends.
Anymore 是副词，再也怎么样，通常用在否定句或是疑问句。文章中说呢，戴安娜的妈妈告诉这个安妮说，她再也不能和安妮做朋友了，必须终止这段朋友的关系。例如 ，We're not friends anymore. 我们再也不是朋友了。
And that brings us to the end of the article. So it's time first for today's Magic Box, and then we'll be back for our review time activity.
Magic Box 找亮点。
Hello， 我是 Casey。现在呢，来跟大家分享一个真实故事啦。我上个月去曼谷的时候，在百货公司逛街，我跟朋友就讨论某一个 YouTube 创作影片的人，心里想说，在这边讲中文应该不会有人听懂吧。结果呢，当我们聊得正起劲的时候，旁边突然出现一个女生的声音，用中文跟我们说，我们正在讨论的那个 YouTuber 现在就在这家店里面哎。那个女生跟我们说话，这个女生就是她的妈妈，可以这么巧吗？这时候呢，只能庆幸我们那时候聊的是好话哎。I still can't believe that we met that YouTuber in Bangkok by accident. 真的是无法相信哎，差点变成粉丝见面会了。话说呢，我刚才说的那句话，大家有听懂吗？By accident 这个片语呢，放在句尾，跟我们平常所熟知的 accident 意外事件可是一点关系都没有哦。Accident 当名词来用的时候呢，它有意外的意思，像是呢 I saw a terrible car accident on my way to work。我去上班的时候看见一场严重的车祸。或者是呢，你可以当成偶然因素这样子的意思来解释，像是 This train station is not available because an accident happened there。这个火车站呢，目前不开放，因为有一件意外发生。最后呢，就是我们刚刚一开始说的 by accident 这个用法啦，可以解释为偶然或是意外的，像是 I came up with a good idea by accident。大家会这样吗？有时候无意间就是突然想到一个很不错的点子。跟它很相似的用法还有 by mistake 这个片语哦，有种不小心的或是无意让某一件事情发生这样的意思，像是 I dropped your coffee by mistake 或是 by accident， 这边就是可以通用的。我不小心或是我意外的把你的咖啡弄倒了，真是不好意思。最后呢，练习一下该怎么说我偶然会在学校附近跟我堂妹 Kelly 偶然相遇呢？以下这个空格请大家填入哦。Sometimes I would meet my cousin Kelly blank。由你来完成这个句子哦，拜拜。The answer is sometimes I would meet my cousin Kelly by accident near our school。你答对了吗
？Wait for it, it's review time. 复习时间到喽。
So, in the article, we said Anne's hair was as red as a carrot.
Yes.
So, we're going to concentrate on colours for our game today.
Okay.
We're going to give each other a colour and then try and name as many things as we can in 1 minute that have that colour.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you yellow.
Okay.
All right, so I'll use my watch. I'm going to give you 1 minute to see how many different yellow things you can think of.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
As yellow as a duck, as yellow as a sun, as yellow as gold,
Okay.
as yellow as ice cream.
What kind of ice cream? Ice cream just is white by itself.
Yeah, I actually did eat yellow ice cream before.
Okay.
Banana?
Yes. There we go.
And
Other things that are yellow.
ball?
What kind of ball?
Like balls like kids play?
I'm not going to let. That could be any colour. They change the colours of that. It's not a naturally yellow thing. What else you got?
What else do I have? Yellow. A shirt?
Again, it's just dyed, isn't it? It's not actually
Okay.
yellow.
Things that are yellow.
Naturally yellow.
Okay.
Okay, and your minute's up anyway, so that's where we're going to stop it.
Okay.
Okay, you can pick a colour for me and I'll see if I can beat 4.
Okay. Black.
Black. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's see. As black as night, as black as coal, as black as like oil, that kind, actual black oil that you get in the ground, as black as, there's something called pitch, which is sort of like a mixture of stuff that you use on ships and stuff. What else is naturally black? Rats, spiders, like big hairy spiders. What else is black? Moths. A lot of moths are bats.
Yes.
Bats are black. Panthers. Those big kind of like leopard things, like Black Panther, the movie. As black as sesame. Like Heizima.
Yes,
yeah,
芝麻.
that's black. What else is black in nature? There are some butterflies, I think, but I could probably find a few more. Anyway, there's a bunch of things that are black, but we're out of time. Thanks for watching, everybody. For A+ English, I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
And we'll talk to you soon about part 3 of this story. See you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Anne of Green Gables.
Anne grew up as a very poor child. Sometimes she can't communicate well with others, and she makes lots of mistakes. At church, a woman tells Anne, Your hair is as red as carrots. Anne goes crazy and loudly yells, I hate you, right to the woman's face. Later, Anne makes her first friend. She's the same age as Anne, and her name is Diana. However, Anne serves her some wine by accident, and Diana gets sick. Diana's mother gets angry when she learns about it. She tells Diana she cannot be Anne's friend anymore.
Word power!
Poor. Poor. Jenny's family could hardly pay for food because they were poor. Jenny's family could hardly pay for food because they were poor. Carrot. Carrot. Larry likes to feed carrots and other vegetables to his pet rabbit. Larry likes to feed carrots and other vegetables to his pet rabbit. Yell. Yell. Karen yelled loudly at her brother because he broke her favorite toy. Karen yelled loudly at her brother because he broke her favorite toy. Learn. Learn. Kelly learned about the typhoon day from her friend. Kelly learned about the typhoon day from her friend.
认识字汇
Communicate. Wine. Anymore.